Hyobyaku, we are gathered here this morning to commemorate the day of enlightenment of Siddhartha Gautama, which took place on the morning of December 8th, over 2,500 years ago in India. Along with the rising of the morning star, he became the Buddha, the fully awakened one. As we observed this very auspicious occasion, may we learn from the content of his teaching and begin to live each day fully, humbly, and gratefully. This service is combined with December Shotsuki monthly memorial service. Please join me in Gassho. Repeat after me. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amitabha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida. Oh, okay. Okay, please stand and three treasures. Buddham saranam gacchami. Dhammam saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living in it. Rare is it to encounter the teaching of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depths of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in the true accord, in the life of harmony, in the spirit of universal friendship, free from our selfish behavior by taking responsibility. Even through age of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such as excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us truly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Kanon, and I am a youth minister assistant at this church. And today I would like to talk about awareness, what awareness means in Buddhism. So, what is awareness? Awareness is the understanding of a knowledge or situation or a fact. So, an example would be that I'm always careful of making any decisions, especially decisions that might affect my future. One can be like what college I want to attend or where I want to live. This would mean that I am aware of all the decisions I make because they can affect my future so much. Awareness is a very important concept in Buddhism. For example, if you are living without caring about the food you eat or the clothes you wear, it means that you are not aware of the things in your life. That might be a reason why people are unhappy all the time. They think they do not have everything that other people do. However, the person who you think has everything does not. Everyone is different and not perfect. That person who seems perfect might not have something you have. By being aware of your surroundings and understanding what you have can make you happier. Furthermore, being aware of interdependence is very important in your life. For instance, when I was chanting Shoshinge for the Tokudo course, I learned that there was many things I needed to be aware of. I needed to be careful of where to breathe and the pitch of my voice. This chanting was originally a letter written by Shinran Shonin. Afterwards, many people made different versions of this letter, making it like a song to make it easier for people to incorporate in their daily life. Many people have worked to make a better, more good version of the chanting than before. I learned that many people have worked to make the best chanting possible right now. That's the reason I need to be careful of following the rules for the chanting. Even in the chanting we did today, Sambutsuge, there is a meaning behind every word. Being aware of the smallest things is important because these things allow people to understand how grateful they are in their everyday life and the support they have every day. By just doing this, it would change people's views 180 degrees from a negative to a positive view. Thank you.
Thank you, Kanon. Ooh. Maybe I missed. Thank you, Kanon. Sometimes young generation understand more, more than us. Amazing. Good morning, everyone. Today we celebrate Buddha's awakening Bodhi Day. Okay. I didn't put on. Okay. So, Bodhi Day. What is the Bodhi? Bodhi is a Sanskrit or Pali language, means awakening, enlightenment. Means that the Bodhisattva completes his or her practice and attain enlightenment and become a Buddha, awakened one. And by the way, the beautiful plant as offering to today's service is right? Frank. Thank you. It's a Buddha hand. It's called a Buddha hand. He has a tree, and this occasion he donate or offered the fruit to this service. Thank you. Well, it's Buddha is an awakened one. So Gautama Siddhartha became a Buddha. What was the Buddha's life story? He was born as a prosperous prince, Gautama Siddhartha, more than 2,500 years ago. Even with his father, king, attempt to lock him inside a palace and give him a beautiful woman and delicious food, a lot of activity or fun thing. But even father attempt not to see those human suffering, but Siddhartha saw human suffering. He realized that from the time we are born, we are sure to grow old and get sick and die. So this is a foresight. He sneak out from the palace and walk around the city, and he saw and for different suffering. He saw old man and sick man and dead man, and also last he saw monk meditating under a tree. So when he was 29, he left everything, such as all material wealth, his wife and children, to seek the truth. Siddhartha became one of yoga practitioner and practiced various ascetic practices. Later with 5 friends, companions, and he practiced such as fasting and drinking only a most and a little water, and stop breathing, and face death many times. After 6 years of such severe practice, Buddha was reduced to nothing but skin and bone. It's like we call the skeleton Buddha. Well, even though he practiced very hard, the severe practice didn't take him anywhere, new state of awakening. Siddhartha linked the relationship between mind and body to the sitar. This is a string instrument. It's like a modern day guitar or harp. The string of the sitar cannot produce a good tune if they are loose. Bang, 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 it doesn't good sound. This is the life that gives itself over to desire. There is no true peace here. But if the strings are stretched too tight, they will break. It is a life of suffering, as if one were to lose one's life. Like, don't eat anything, don't breathe, and almost gonna die. It's not get in a peace. Here too, there is no real peace. So the severe practice wasn't bring him real peace. Siddhartha felt that true peace exists in just the right amount of tension, which was neither a life of self-indulge nor life-threatening practice. He named this state of mind as a middle path. So middle path is just go through the middle, but it's not. The middle path means harmonized, well balanced path. So he gave up severe practice. He purified himself in the water of Narendran River, the river near his practice place, and received offering milk porridge from Sujata. Sujata is a village girl. So then he received that offering and he ate milk porridge and he recovered his strength. After Siddhartha was recovering his energy and strength, Siddhartha entered meditation under the Pipala tree in the village of Gaya in India with the firm determination, I do not attain enlightenment now, I will not leave this place alive. He's very determined. Then in an attempt to disturb Siddhartha's mind, demon appear, or beautiful girl appear, and to interfere his meditation. After fierce battle, Siddhartha finally defeat them and attain enlightenment and become the Buddha awakened one. After he attained enlightenment, he continued to examine his process to enlightenment over and over for 7 weeks. And he was totally satisfied with his achievement. By this experience, and Siddhartha realized that the human suffering of life is created by our own mind, by desire, aversion, hunger, thirst, laziness, fear, suspicion, and hypocrisy. That it is inevitable and cannot be avoided by anyone, and that we cannot do as well wish. Siddhartha clarified the truth of life, suffering, and attained enlightenment. However, immediately he hesitation arose in the mind of Buddha as to whether or not he should share the content of his enlightenment with others. You may ask, it is strange for someone who has attained enlightenment to be lost. However, there were 2 reasons for his hesitation. One is that the content of enlightenment was so difficult that impossible to ordinary people like me to understand it. The second reason was that he thought that most people would be confused if they interpret it in their own way because of its difficult. So then if you confuse, that is also cause of suffering as well. So the Buddha almost gave up sharing his understanding once, Dharma to others. However, he decided to share the Dharma with others because he thought someone can understand his teaching without misunderstanding. So that Buddha talked to himself. But I remind myself that there is no one but me, the Buddha, to stop the reality that people are suffering and will continue to do forever. So then Buddha, after decide to share his understanding, he chose his 5 companions who experienced the severe practice for the last 6 years together. Other 5 companions thought the Buddha gave up the practice because he just ate, he accepted offering milk porridge, so then they thought, oh, he just dropped out. So then, but they left with disdain for the Buddha. Buddha traveled 5 miles to them and told them about his understanding, 4 Noble Truths and 8-fold Path, very carefully, one by one. They despite the Buddha, but soon after listening to him, one of them became enlightened. This was the Buddha's first preaching, and the next 45 years, he continued to teach Dharma, his understanding. Incidentally, the village of Gaya, named to be called the Buddha Gaya, meaning of the place of Buddha's enlightenment, and the Pipala tree later came to be called Bodhi tree. So this is the Bodhi tree in Buddha Gaya. And did you know that the descendant of the Buddha Bodhi tree from which Buddha attained enlightenment are in Central California in Fresno. Anybody know? Yes. A BCA member visited Sri Lanka, the small island country near India, the temple. They bought some seedling of a tree, direct descendant from the Bodhi tree from which Buddha attained enlightenment. And he returned to United States and donated them to the BCA temples. So I didn't know when it happened. When my husband and I came from Japan 32 years ago. But the tree was already big. So there are, but unfortunately, when the Buddha saw the downtown temple, it was not possible to transplant the Bodhi tree. But before Betsy saw the facility, Limban and I cut many young branches and soaked them in water bucket. Then luckily, 2 to 3 of them young branches sprout roots. And we potted them. Then one of them survived and now planted in the Dharma Center garden. Well, this is an old temple. Now it's an old temple's Bodhi tree like this. So this was yesterday's from Facebook, and they have a kind of night meditation session around that Bodhi tree. Like that. So huge Bodhi tree, and we really appreciate Myanmar's Buddhist temple. They really appreciate the Bodhi tree. And this is our Bodhi tree. It's very small, but that is not offspring, that brother or sister. So because of I put from a branch of that tree. So, and I took this picture a couple days ago. So then a new leaves and comes out, and so this is a pointy, long leaf top. Is a very significant of Bodhi tree. So we are here now because of the Buddha's decision to share his understanding. He didn't give up human ability to learn. Therefore, to learn Buddha's teaching Dharma, as knowledge is only to see its appearance. The more one learns about Buddhist teaching, the more oneself becomes clearer, and the meaning and the direction of one's life is determined. Without such a way to learn, you have not truly learned Buddha's teaching. Buddha Shakyamuni was ordained at the age of 29 and attained enlightenment at the age of 35. After his first Dharma wheel moved, he preached not only to his disciples, but also to the general public for 45 years until his death at the age of 80. Over the past 100 years, Buddhism from Japan has spread to the United States as of evidence today in California. As a proof of this, today, Bodhi Day, Buddha's enlightenment, and the December short service are being held in Fresno, between Buddhist Temple, California. I think it is a wonderful thing, right? Remind yourself that each one of us has a potential to become a Buddha. Thank you for listening carefully. I want to close my message by reading 5 remembrances. Please join me in meditation. Five remembrances. I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. I am of the nature to have ill health. There is no way to escape having ill health. I am of the nature to die. There is no way to escape death. All that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the on ground which I stand. By relying on the truth reality of the Dharma, the fellowship of the Sangha, and the wisdom and the compassion of the Buddha, may I realize my true nature and liberate other beings from sufferings. Please repeat after me. Namo Amida.
Namo Buddhas.
Namo Amida.
Namo Buddhas.
Namo Amida.